Hello everyone, hello Facebook friends, hello MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show. This is Bess McCarty coming to you today for the MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show, the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. And usually Jeffrey David Gamble and I do this show together, but we had a last minute change. He has some end of the month business and guest speaker coming in and everything, so I'm doing this show today for both of us. And welcome everybody. Welcome Roger. Glad to see you. Welcome everybody coming on. So every Monday through Friday, hello Lonnie, welcome. Every Monday through Friday, I want to wave to you. We bring to you the MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show, noon Eastern Time, and we cover one of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. So this is an ebook that this is a book, a wonderful book, the world's #1 leading leadership book in the world, and you can get a free copy of this ebook at our Facebook group, the MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show Facebook group. So you're welcome to do that. Welcome Shamala, welcome Joyce. Hey everybody. Hey David, welcome. Welcome everybody. So glad to see you. And the MLM Lunchtime Show, that's where you can come to grow for lunch and get food for thought or breakfast or supper, wherever that you are in the world. Welcome everyone. So our purpose is to help people grow, to educate, equip, and empower entrepreneurs and create independent servant leaders, and to give back to this profession and help raise the bar for this profession. So if you're watching the replay, love if you type in replay. Again, this is the show that Jeff and I usually do together. Jeff has been called away, so I'm taking over today. So let's jump into the law of leadership, and I appreciate all the people who are jumping on and watching. Our good friend and students, Adrian Cogleton. Adrian says, glad I was able to watch the replay, as usual, packed with good intent. And David Peters, you guys are great coaches and always bring a ton of value. And so we appreciate you too. Couldn't do this without you. Now at the end, I would like to hear a takeaway that you have about this law of legacy, or any tips, questions, or insights that you have. So welcome Adrian and everyone, and Joyce. Awesome. So the law of legacy. Very, very powerful one. It's the last of the 21 laws. It kind of wraps it up for us and gives us the highest view. I think this is the top of the mountain, an attitude of legacy, because we realize in life, in network marketing and in business and in life, that it's really not just about us. It's about what we leave after we go, what's going to keep going and rolling, and the benefit to people after we leave. So John Maxwell says, a leader's lasting value is measured by succession. And he said, think of your life sentence. Think of this, that you are at your own funeral. And what was the sentence? What is one sentence? Can you come up with one sentence? What would that be of how you want to be remembered in your life? John said actually it was at his 60th birthday that he recited a poem. He memorized and recited a poem. I wish I had that with me right now, but it was, the essence of it was, let me be remembered as kind rather than smart. Let me be remembered as generous rather than rich. Let me be remembered for the virtues and the good things rather than be impressive, or have a lot of likes on our Facebook page or a lot of videos on YouTube. Let me be remembered for the good. And his mentor, John Maxwell's, one of his mentors and influencers was a coach named John Wooden. And that is what he said when people said, how do you want to be remembered? And he said, I hope that I'm remembered for not all of his wins and all the tournaments that they won in basketball at UCLA, but he said, I hope that I'm remembered as a kind person, more than for all my wins and all that kind of stuff. It's like, wow, that gets down to the basic building blocks of it, of what your legacy can be about. But we're going to talk about much, much more than that today too. Welcome Kindness, welcome Curtis, glad to see everybody. So your legacy is how you want to be remembered. If you could write one sentence, how you want that to be. But then live that legacy today. Don't wait till then. or wait till it's too late. A lot of us will put off, well, how long can I wait before it matters? Today. Has to be today. So start living today the legacy that you want to leave, and choose the people that you want to carry that on, and then pass that baton. Get them trained. This is thinking long view, and this still is my favorite leadership quote, that the definition of leadership is when you plant a tree under whose shade you know you will never sit. That's my favorite. Like that? So thank you for the likes and loves, everyone. And if you're getting benefit, we love if you share with other network, other groups, other Facebook groups, especially network marketing groups that other people can be watching and get benefit from this too. We love that when you do that. So the legacy is taking the long view. Again, it's getting past me, getting past just my own little view of me. I'm okay, I'm doing fine. And Grant Cardone said to someone one time, I think a 6-figure income, would you like to get to 7 or something like that in your business, if I have the story right? And the person said, well, Grant, I'm okay. And he said, that's a selfish viewpoint. That's just about you, not about the people that you could give and contribute to and help with more income. This is just like, well, I'm okay, so I'm good. And he says, think bigger. That's what Grant's done for me. That's my favorite thing that he's done for me, is like, think bigger beyond just me. And that's what this law of legacy does for me. And so what we want to do is we want to pay the price today to ensure success tomorrow. A leader leads a team instead of just an individual, and also help them to replicate leaders and help them to replicate leaders. So it just keeps going on exponentially. That's very easy to do in network marketing, isn't it, with the business model that's set up. And welcome, Curtis, and welcome, Amy. Glad to see everybody. Glad to see you. Did you know that network marketing, you could actually, we're going to talk about legacy, I'm going to talk about legacy in a few different aspects about network marketing, but did you know that you can leave that business to your family? You can will a network marketing business to your family, let alone the legacy of training them how to be in business. And that's what B.K. Barrico, his parents were in network marketing and raised him in it. So he got to know how to do that firsthand. He was raised in it, for gosh sakes, and saw his parents be very successful network marketers. And he didn't value that. He and his brother both, had to rebel against their parents and find their own way and all that. So he went out and he got into corporate, and his brother got into another business, and they realized, hey, this is not as good as we had it in network marketing. Let's get back into it. So they not only got back into it, but BK actually then eventually founded 3 network marketing companies. But that's the legacy that his parents left to their children, is the beauty of this, the advantage of network marketing, and how to do it, so that they came back to that legacy. Jimmy Smith's 2 daughters is with him. You might have heard him, the 40-year-old butcher that got into network marketing and had to figure out how to run this business. It took him a little while to get going in, but once he did, he really took off, because he immediately fell in love with that, the figures, the numbers. He fell in love with the numbers and the potential in that. And so he paid the price today. Kindness says, thank you. Love to hear any takeaways that you have, anything that you agree with, or any tips or insights that you have. So what Jimmy Smith did is eventually, with a few hard starts, got his business really rolling, got his 2 daughters in it, and years ago I heard that they had made a combination of $30 million together, and so he brought his family in it, and that's a legacy in itself, isn't it? Just the joy of working together with your family. But then his daughters learned to do that, and they can pass it on to theirs and theirs if they want to, and if those people want to. So beautiful that this is easy to do in network marketing to affect generations. A good question to ask yourself with the law of legacy is, am I making my people independent, dependent on me, or independent with every action that you do? Because just like raising our children, we want to make them self-sufficient, independent, and stand on their own feet. It's said that, welcome Judy, so glad to see you. It's said that achieving is for ourselves. Success is when we do it for followers. Significance is when we do it with them. But legacy is when they can do it without us. Isn't that cool? that we won't be needed. We don't, I mean, maybe you get an ego boost from being needed, but the greatest gift of all and the greatest leadership of all is not to be needed. Hello, Joanna. Welcome. Awesome. Good to see you. If anyone's watching the replay, we'd love if you type in replay. And love your likes and shares. Like to hear a comment. Let me know that you're still with me, that you're still out there. And if you would like to develop into a leader who really gets and practices legacy, please type yes. Yes. That would be your commitment to yourself and to the world here in front of Facebook, that you would like, you intend to develop this for yourself and your family and your team. I'd love to hear a yes there. Hello, Patrice. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. We're talking about legacy today and what that means to leave that for the future generations, not only in network marketing, but everywhere. So legacy is the memories you created, and the memories are greater than the things. The legacy that you leave is the training and the skills that you create. But people will always remember, they will not always remember how much you made, but they will remember how you make them feel. Make them feel important. Make them feel special and worthy of having a better life, and that you're going to help them to do that. So that's the memories. It's said that people on their deathbed, they do not think about the degrees on the wall. They're not proud of the degrees on the wall and the money and the bank as much as the people that they helped, the people that they loved, and the people that they were loved by. Isn't that the measure of a life? I love that. The people that I can help, the people that I love, and the people that I've been loved by. Now that's a good life, right? So they're not going to look at the degrees. They're not going to look at the bank account at that point. None of that seems to matter at the end. This father took his son by a cemetery, and he said, "Son, how many dead people do you think are out there?" You know, and he said, "I don't know, 200 or 300." You know, and he said, "All of them, all of them." And what is left? Because just the body goes, right? Our body, and our lifetime here, our time is really temporary. But it's the memories, the legacy, the people that we love, the people that we were loved by, and the people that we got to help. So I like to think about, like, at this stage in my life, I think, okay, I have, X number of years left, possibly, but maybe not, because I've had a couple of good friends my age just pass away in the last couple of months. And, nobody expected that. They thought they lived much longer. And I think I will too, but you never know. I'm in excellent, perfect health, but there's, car accidents and other things too. So we never exactly know. That's why we don't want to wait to leave a legacy. We want to start today. If whether we're 20 or whether we're 90. We want to start today and leave that. Now here's how to apply the law of legacy. You ask, what, your life purpose. You take your answers to when you wrote that sentence of what is my life sentence, how I want to be remembered, and you look at it and you see, what must I start doing to make sure that happens? What must I stop doing to make sure that happens? And what must I do more of to leave your life sentence? John Maxwell says, leaders wouldn't think about getting to the top of the mountain. A true leader wouldn't think about getting to the top of the mountain without taking people with them. So the more that a leader brings to, the more that you bring leadership to your network marketing business, the more that it raises the whole profession. The whole profession. So that is another legacy. Not only the role model, the example, or the business that you can will to people, but when you do network marketing good and right, with ethics and not spamming people, and it helps to raise the reputation of network marketing. When you do it with love and with service and with care and respect, and you do it the right way as a leader, like all this stuff that we teach every day here on the MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show, the leadership with John Maxwell. Practice all these principles. John's written over 110 books, for gosh sakes. He spent a lifetime, writing these beautiful books. When we practice this stuff, We are leaving a legacy, a role model of love and service, and we are elevating the profession of network marketing a few notches. That is how we're contributing to the profession and all the people after it. I have a very a big passion for helping people in network marketing to have better lives, because I want to help parents be home with their kids, seniors to have a better retirement than in this, because 70% are scheduled to retire in poverty, and people to quit bad jobs and bad bosses, and people to get out of debt, especially student loans, which are not forgivable, and they're just, it's just handicapping, crippling people's lives with debt. Debt can do that. So I want to, that is my passion, to help people, help you, help these people to change their lives for the better, because I don't know a better way for them to do that. So hello, David Roeder. Awesome. David, for another 100 years. And welcome, Julie. Welcome, everybody. And yes, David says yes, 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 yes. We get a bunch of yeses from Joanna and Kindness. And David, yes, I am a network marketing professional. I am dedicated to becoming a great leader and leaving a legacy. So, John Maxwell, again, a beautiful quote about this. Leadership is about making others better as a result. Okay. Leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. John practiced this. He trained people that could replace him, and actually they did better in his absence. And they said, John, if we would have known, this would have worked so well. I know you had to move on, but if we'd known this worked so well, you could have left years ago. It actually thrived in his absence. That is what we want to aim for. Leadership is making others better as a result of your presence, but making sure that impact lasts in your absence. What have you created and trained and left with your team that will last in your absence? And Shamala says yes too. Thank you. Thank you. Acknowledging everyone. So this is the legacy of network marketing for the profession. This is the legacy that you can embrace and leave to your team, your family, and all the people that you're a role model for. The legacy in network marketing is friends, lifetime friends that are like family. Beautiful people. Some of those beautiful people on the planet are my friends in network marketing. It leaves the legacy of the time freedom, and all the other freedom and options that you get to have. It's even saved some lives with the products or the income to have the proper surgery that people needed. It has saved lives, you guys. And the income, the legacy, another legacy of network marketing is the income that you control through the residual earnings. And it leaves personal growth. That's another legacy, deep, lasting personal growth. And it's who you become, of course, on the way, as Jim Rohn says, to becoming a millionaire. It's who you become. And that is what network marketing really is all about. As John Maxwell says, will it make you a better person? If you're looking at this business, will it make you a better person? Absolutely, if you embrace and use it. So another legacy in network marketing is the people that we touch, that we empower, that we help, that we teach, that we encourage. Another legacy of network marketing is it's a great equalizer. It empowers anyone from any culture, educational background, social, ethnic, financial heritage. You can really build. Everyone is equal here, and that they can build as big as they want. Isn't this beautiful to pass on this legacy? And I'm going to read a quote from Bill Hyman here. He says, network marketing, for those of us who embrace it, is much more than a business. It is a way of life. It is a dynamic personal workshop in which we learn that there are no limits on us except the ones we impose, that human beings have glorious, untapped potential, that the universe responds to our intentions, and that people are the most important part of our lives. So I had to read that for the Law of Legacy today. And welcome you, China. Her takeaway is the people that we touch, the people we touch. Absolutely awesome. Who has a question or an insight that you can share? I'm going to share a story here and then close, but this is a story about legacy. There was a man who, it was actually, Darren Little. He said that he was scheduled to attend a big company convention, a leadership convention in Las Vegas. There's going to be hundreds of leaders and top earners coming from all over there. But the most exciting thing that he was happy about was he was going to see his little 6-year-old son, and he hadn't seen his son for almost 3 months because his mother and he had divorced, but his mother moved to Las Vegas, so now he gets to see his son, right? So he's real excited. And he notices that the convention schedule is from 9 to 5 each day, so that left him evenings to spend with his son. And he thought, all right, we got it. Well, when he got there, he looked and found that the schedule was wrong. They were going to last till 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. every day, plus they were going to have a gala conference in the evening, so until midnight. So it was like the whole darn time was taken up. And his little son looked at him like in panic, like there's not going to be any time to spend with you, and that was so important to them. And then his son said, "Dad, can I go to the seminar with you?" And his dad didn't have the heart to tell him that they don't allow children in the conference. But he said instead, "Hey, to his son, So he said, "There's a conference coordinator sitting right over there. Why don't you go over and ask him?" So with almost tears in his eyes, his little son went up there and asked the coordinator, and the coordinator just said, "Can you be very, very quiet?" And he goes, "Yes." So he was allowed to attend with his dad during the whole darn thing, and his eyes, they were just really, really happy. There came a time when his son grabbed his dad's book and wrote something in it, this book where he was taking notes. And at the very end, they asked people to come up and give testimonials from their experience with the seminar. And the little boy looked up at Darren, at his dad, and he goes, "Dad, you have to go up there." And he goes, "Okay, but you have to come up with me." And he goes, "Oh." So he grabbed his hand, and they ran up there, and he asked his son, "Well, what did you..." Anyway, Darren said the biggest impact that he got from the seminar was the impact it had on his son, who was 6 years old. And he said he told his son to dream big. And he opened up his notebook where his son had written, and it said, "My dad makes $1 million per month." And the audience loved that, and they realized maybe that little boy got more out of this than anyone else attending there. That's a legacy. And he picked up the microphone and he said to his son, whose name is Drayson, he said, "Drayson, what's the most powerful word in the world?" And Drayson screamed, "Yes!" And he said, "Drayson, what are the 2 most powerful words in the world?" And he said, "It's possible. It's possible." So they made something possible that day, passed on a legacy. I remember when I went to see Robert and Kim Kiyosaki speak in San Diego when I used to live there, and my son was a young teenager at the time. And I took him along, and we sat there, and I said, "Devin, look around. Do you see any other kids, any other people your age here?" And he was like the youngest person there. But that was part of his legacy. I'm still seeing how I can pass this on to him, and just found out a couple months ago that I'm going to be a grandma for the first time. So I'm already, some people say, "Man, that child has got it cut out for them, having you as a grandma." But I'm already preparing the legacy and thinking how to pass this on and what I can pass on to my grandchild. It's going to be a little girl, by the way. I'm just thrilled as anything. And Shamala says her takeaway that is the people we touch, and that everyone is equal. And the volume went down. David, I hope everyone can hear. Anyone else have trouble hearing? I think everyone's hearing okay. Please let me know. So, any comments, takeaways? Love to hear them. What do you think of the law of legacy? How do you leave a legacy? After hearing this, does it inspire you to think again, how will I leave a legacy? How can I do that? And what will it be? How do I want to be remembered? And how can I make that happen? What kind of legacy do I want to leave? And how can I make that happen starting today? And I'd love if you're watching the replay or just live, if you type that in. This is how I'm going to start leaving a legacy. This is what I'm going to do today to start leaving a legacy. One simple thing could be simply being a role model, treating others with respect, because it's like the ripple in a lake. You drop a pebble in and it will ripple on and on. It will pay itself forward. So treating people with kindness, respect, care, service, love, that's one thing you could start doing today. I'd love to hear you say that. I'd love to hear you type that in if you're going to do that, or have been doing that, because that is a legacy that ripples on and on and on. And believe me, a smile, people respond with a smile, right? And then they're more likely to smile at the next person, so on and so on. So that ripple can go, you never know how far it can go, and far-reaching effect it can have in touching someone's life. That is your legacy for today and day by day. So David, looking forward to having enough to leave a legacy, need to help more people in many ways. So a legacy can be money, but it can also be the role model that you are, the character, the integrity, the authenticity that you model to other people, whether you have a family, whether you have a team or not in network marketing. You can leave a legacy by smiling, helping a child. You never know when that child's, my neighborhood has some children here. You never know when that child's having a tough time in their family or something they're not speaking about. There are children that have befriended another child, and one young child in grade school was planning to commit suicide. His life was tough. He was bullied and all that stuff. He was cleaning out his locker one day because he didn't want to leave a mess to take home. This was going to be the last day at school. A little boy befriended him and said, "Oh, you live near me, we walk the same way, can I help you carry your stuff home?" He didn't know that was the stuff he was carrying home because he was going to end his life that day. Oops, that was a light bulb just broke. I guess that is a sign that what I'm saying is powerful or important or something. Ooh, that was weird. So he helped the little boy carry his stuff home. They played a little bit and then he went home. And the boy told him the next day, "Your friendship, I was gonna end my life because I didn't feel like anybody wanted to be friends with me. But you changed that day," and he didn't commit suicide. So we never know when being a friend, when extending a hand, a smile, just to listen. The boy was just carrying him, helped him carry stuff home, and played a little bit with him at home. Then he went home. That's all he did. That saved a life. That saved a life that day. Read that in Chicken Soup for the Soul one time. So, hello Donald, welcome. Hello Spelty, glad to see you. Thank you for hopping on. Anybody have a comment? I'm going to go ahead and end the live now, but if you have a comment, go ahead and type that in. Love to keep the discussion going. And tomorrow, of course, every Monday through Friday is our MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show with Jeffrey, David Gamble, and me. Today I'm taking over for him because he was called away on some business. But we'll be back tomorrow for the recap of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of the Leadership by John Maxwell. This is a free ebook that you can get over at our Facebook group, the MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show. So you can request membership there, get a free ebook, scroll down and find all the replays. They're really, really fun. And we invite you back tomorrow. So tomorrow's the recap, and then on the 1st of July, which will be or at the beginning of July, which will be June, which will be on Monday, we're going to start over again with the 21 laws. And we go deep into them each time, a different angle, a different aspect, different story, so that you can become a good leader and build a profitable and long-lasting team and legacy and help change people's lives. That's what we're here for. They need you. They need you to reach out to them. Don't keep to yourself. Leave a legacy. Pass it on. Pass on the good news of this business. Or just to pass on love for those people not in network marketing. Thank you very much for watching, and let's keep the discussion going here, everybody. Take care, and see you tomorrow at noon Eastern Time, MLM Lunchtime Leadership Show. See ya. Take care. Bye-bye.